Hey guys, I'm Ricky. Welcome back to Getting Sticky with Ricky. Thanks for tuning in to this week's tip video. This week's tip video is all about my little baby here. Spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash can actually take the place of regular spaghetti in your meal. It's a low carb option for folks, especially some of us that have gluten intolerances. Intolerances? Yeah, that's the right word. I will eat gluten all the time and I'll deal with the pain and the sickness. I don't care. But there's a lot of people out there that really can't eat gluten or shouldn't eat gluten, and they may miss spaghetti. Now, there's many options out there for gluten-free spaghetti on the market. You could have red lentils. I'm cooking with spaghetti squash. Why? Because it's cheap and it's fall. It's that time of the year. So this is going to be a very quick tip video. I'm just going to show you how to cut, prepare, and cook spaghetti squash. It's easy. The hardest part about cooking spaghetti squash is actually cutting it. Let's go over the list of things that you're going to need. One spaghetti squash. Mine's on the smaller side. Almost like about the head size of the head of a newborn baby, I guess you'd say. Something like that. Baking sheet. Sharp knife. Cutting board, spoon, olive oil, salt and pepper, and water. You're also going to need an oven for them. I have my oven set at 400 degrees. That's where you want to put it at. The hardest part about actually cooking spaghetti squash is cutting it. I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm reckless. I'm not very, careful. All right, so find the middle of your spaghetti squash. All right, you don't need to worry about cutting off the top. It don't matter. So I'm hoping this is the middle. Okay, so just like that. See, I'm having problems getting it in. All right. And just cut, and I'm not even. So just go around, and just like that. Okay. See this? Look, this is. Did you say this is even? I mean, not too bad, but you want to try to get it as even as possible inside the spaghetti squash. You have seeds that you can actually save them, roast them in the oven, just like pumpkin seeds. All this little string, all that. That's what we're going to be spooning out. Flesh, this hard outer rim, is what you want to leave, because that's where we're going to get our spaghetti-like strands. Hence, why they call it spaghetti squash. So, now you know what I should have done? I should have got myself a bowl. A bowl. Take your spoon, and just go right around the inside and just give it a good scrape. Easy, not hard at all. Like I said, the hardest part was actually cutting the spaghetti squash. You want to get all those stringy, strand-like fibers. You want to get the stringy, strand-like fibers out, get the seeds out. Leave that hard flesh, that hard rind. That's where the goods come from. All right, see? I'm probably going to save these seeds for later and eat them. That's how long that took to really, literally clean out your squash. I take a little bit of olive oil and put it right on the inside of my spaghetti squash. Not much, just a little bit. I'm gonna take my fingers and rub that olive oil all over. Now you could use a paper towel or a kitchen towel if you want. I play with my food. Nice rub down. Salt and pepper. This squash is very high in vitamin A. Flip your squashes over like that, and here comes your water. We want the water to make steam to cook the squash from the inside. Up about halfway to my pan. We're cooking this for about 30 to 40 minutes. We're actually going to check in at about 15 because I'm going to rotate it halfway, because I always rotate everything in my oven because I do not have a convection oven. I have a regular electric oven. It doesn't heat evenly. Okay, very carefully now, take your squash and put it in your oven. Middle rack, 30 to 45 minutes. We're checking it at 15. Slide that baby in there. We're rotating it at 15. Okay. So we're at the half-hour mark. We're going to test for doneness on our squash. If it's not done, then we're going to pop it back in. All right, so carefully pull your squash out of the oven. The water is hot. I'm going to flip this baby over. Take a fork, and it's still crunchy. I say we probably need about another 10 minutes on this. Okay, back in the oven we go. Another way to speed up this process of cooking the squash is actually to cover it with tin foil. I don't have tin foil. I don't use that much. I don't like to make that much trash. So yeah, mine's gonna take a little longer. But you at home can put tin foil over top of yours and cook it a little faster. So let's see what we're looking at now. Shit better be done. I don't got time for this today. Flip this over. Oh, we're done. We're done. Fork perfect. All right. Now, what you want to do, you get yourself some oven mitts or tongs, tongs. And you're just going to take a fork and you're literally just going to we're going to get it over the top view of this, okay? So see that? See the strands of spaghetti you get? See that? Pretty cool, huh? Looks just like spaghetti. All right, now we're just going to empty this all into the bowl here. You want to get everything out of that shell. It looks like this. And look at that. Look at that pull. Looks so nice. Look, just looks just like spaghetti. Oh, look, I'm like up there. Look, it looks just like spaghetti. Isn't that cool? So versatile. You can just replace it as spaghetti in all your dishes. If you are on a low carb, if you're on a gluten allergy or you just want a healthier alternative to pasta, spaghetti squash is your go-to. See, and even with one small squash that I got, I was still able to get a lot. Here, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Crazy amount. Oh, look, I got a little bit of... Make sure you don't get any rind up in there. The flesh. Well, yeah, that's the flesh. By the way, I pulled my spaghetti squash in a plastic bowl because of heat. I didn't want to put it in something. I didn't want to put it in a metal bowl because I didn't want it to get real hot in my hands. So I used a plastic bowl to do it in, and you can still see it's still steaming. Got a decent amount of it. So that's my tip video on cooking spaghetti squash. Come back on Thursday, see what I'm making with this spaghetti squash. Let me know in the comment section if this was very helpful to you. Make sure you share my video, let others know. There's a little icon, hit the bell, ring that bell because that'll alert you to know, it'll give you notifications of videos when I post it. Can't wait to see you guys on Thursday to show you what we're making with this. So thanks for tuning in and y'all have a blessed one.